Hey, I'm IWD Recaps, and this is my recap of Shangri-La Frontier. Hope you enjoy. Inside of what is commonly known a trash game, a player named Sadako has finally, after long hardships, defeated the Demon Lord. It fades away with a final roar, and to congratulate standing behind him is an elf, thanking him for all his hard work. Sadako agrees it's been a long journey, saying he's been waiting for this moment, to which he then leaps in the air and kicks her right in her face, causing damage to a degree I can only describe as not even $2 million plastic surgery will be able to fix, stating, "You're the real Demon Lord here," beating her up till the goddamn credits roll. The person behind the player, Sadako, takes off his virtual reality headset, celebrating finally beating the game, and more so getting his revenge for everything that elf put him through. In this world, virtual reality gaming is the norm, and under a few extremely good games, there's endless piles of what is considered to be extremely bad ones. These are known as trash games. While most players despise and stray away from these trash games, there's a select few of people who gleefully seek them out. They are regarded to as freaks. Our main character, Rakuro Hizutome, is one of these freaks, and he just finished playing one of these trash games, feeling free like a prison convict who just got out of jail. He's excited and asking himself what trash game he should play next. After time, he's saying hello to an empty room that only has a butterfly in it, till at the front door while putting on his shoes and getting ready for school, he tells his mom one of her butterflies got out, to which he thanks him for telling her. At school and making his way to class, Hizutome has a girl, Rei Saiga, waiting for him down the hallway. Exhibiting emotions of liking him, she thinks up and rehearses what she's going to say to him when he gets here. Thinking she's ready, the critical moment comes when Hizutome is right next to her, and now's her chance to strike up a conversation. She runs to talk to him, but to her defeat, Hizutome's friend beats her to the punch, walking off and talking about the game Hizutome played. Later that afternoon at a game shop, owner Mawa Iwamaki says happily tomorrow's the start of summer vacation, meaning that should bring in some more business. Walking in at that moment is Seiga, who politely greets Iwamaki. She looks around the store looking for a certain someone. Noticing, Iwamaki tells he's not here today. Flustered, Seiga tries to act like she's just in for games, but Iwamaki knows her too well to be fooled by that, knowing she came looking for her crush, Hizutome. Just as they're talking about the trash game he's been trying to crack, Hizutome walks in to ask if they've got any decent trash games, and Iwamaki greets him. As Seiga hides too embarrassed for him to see her, Hizutome and Iwamaki talk about the trash game he just finished playing, and how the elf female lead is all but the cause of all the problems you encounter in the game, making it worse by getting villagers and party members killed. She never takes responsibility for any of it, simply blaming all the misfortune she causes on the last boss. But there's a moment of redemption for this game, as during the 3 minutes when after you defeat the final boss and before the credits start rolling, maybe it's because it's technically a cutscene, you can beat the living crap out of her, without fear of penalty from the game or anything. He tells it's ironic that the more the female lead annoys you and you brave that hell, the more determined you are to reach the finish and experience those 3 minutes in heaven. Wait, what? Once you do, it's as if all the frustration and annoyance is all wiped away. You feel as if you've unlocked your third eye or something. Hiding away, Seiga smiles to hear Hizutome talk so passionately. He tells because of the game he just finished playing was such a spectacular piece of garbage, he doesn't know what to follow up with. Iwamaki tells if that's the case, why doesn't he play something that's not trash for once, and an actually good game, recommending Shangri-La Frontier. With startling critic reviews and a huge player base, it's what's known as a god-tier game. While at home after reading the synopsis for Shangri-La Frontier, or SLA for short, Hizutome chugs a soda and in anticipation loads up the game. Logging in, he's first told to create a new character and pick a job from a very wide selection, followed by origin and character design. All those trash games poisoned his mind, to which he's getting excited by minor things. After careful character design, Hizutome's avatar ends up being a half-naked birdman. But according to the anime, the main character isn't weird or anything, but his playstyle consists of ignoring all armor in opt of the best weapons, and in a big-time game like this, it'd be pretty awkward to play half-naked if everyone could see your face, hence the bird mask. Wow, that definitely explains it all. Hizutome inputs his player name as Sanraku, as he's the type of person to use the same player name for every game he plays. Skipping the prologue, he starts and is transported to a forest with a selected character. Immediately noticing his advanced movement capabilities, run, climb, jump, Grab, Sanraku, which is what I'll be calling him while he's playing the game, looks upon the game's huge world and it greets him with an aura of beauty, adventure, discovery, and promise that this anime is going to be fucking awesome. Sorry, I really need to stop breaking the fourth wall. Anyway, Sanraku checks his map, and having chosen Wanderer as his origin, he's been randomly placed in the beginner area, being called the Rampant Forest, and starting town being Firstia. He decides to head the direction of his left, which is where the town is. Along the way, checking his stats, Sanraku is suddenly attacked by a goblin. He notices and manages to dodge in time, but is startled by the abrupt attack. Nonetheless, Sanraku equips his mercenary twin blades that he got as starter gear and fights the creature. It leaps in for a throat slash with its stone axe, which he dodges and counterattacks, killing it. After a one-hit kill, it drops its axe, which he picks up and inspects, seeing how its durability is down to half. But right then, something happens. Rustling coming from bushes, which coughs up a rabbit wielding kitchen knives. He dodges, but seeing the damage it did to a tree, knows that one hit from that is enough to kill him. Ah, what a cute little rabbit! Jesus! Rabbit goes in for another attack, to which he blocks and counterattacks, landing a critical hit, but that's not enough to take it down. The rabbit comes in for another attack and swoosh, going for his neck like the goblin, but Sanraku both blocks and lands a hit on it. Realizing the attack patterns for small, agile, one-weapon equipped mobs is run, leap, and attack the neck makes it pretty easy to predict. Asking, is this all a god-tier game's got? Because he killed that pretty tough enemy, Sanraku's level goes up, and he gains a new skill. But he also just realizes that so far while playing the game, he hasn't encountered a bug. He didn't think he'd be able to enjoy a bug-free game, but Sanraku is having a great time, which makes sense since that's why they call it a god-tier game. He really wants that rabbit's kitchen knife, so he's gonna massacre their entire race till he gets a pair of two. The Vorpal Chopper, with a drop rate of about 5%, has better stats than the mercenary twin blades. After getting the item, he allocates his stat points, making his way to the nearest town, which after going on a wild, crazy killing spree is in Firstia. But the bridge to that town just so happens to be guarded by a venomous python. Bro got a wig looking like a Naruto character. Bro looking like something Orochimaru would summon. With the great reviews SLA gets, this monster probably won't be dishing out any silly bug attacks, like I'ma clip you through the wall, and instead normal snake monster attacks like coil, bite, tail swap, swallow, venom, all of which things with an avatar that moves the way he wants it to, he can handle, charging forward to attack with the look of pure enjoyment in his eyes, and as we're shown his Otome in real life is exhibiting the same emotions. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe.